here for 15 seconds, or 10 seconds as usual, just making sure the stream starts. Although I should have everything controlled on my end, so if that's not possible, boy, I hope I don't miss anything important. But we'll jump right into it, as I hope I actually have them loaded up, because now I'm kind of worried I do not have them loaded up. And now we sit here for another 20 seconds as I load them up. Gosh dang it! It's fine. Let me see here, because I am seeing a thing that I do not... Why am I doing this to myself? Basically, I'm shifting character files. It doesn't really take that much time. Like, I'm doing it right now. And I also forgot to remove another one, but it's fine. It'll be removed the next time. And everything should be okay. So, I keep going to the mod screen. That's just become a muscle memory at this point. It's just become muscle memory, if I can use grammar correctly. And then I think I do this. Hi, everyone. Hi, by the way. But yes, we'll start and move on, because there's nothing really much else to do. I'm thinking of what to actually do on Saturday, but I think I will know once in about 6 to 8 hours. We'll see, because obviously, from how I'm setting time, as I get into World of Horror, character-exclusive custom characters, you know, you've seen me pretty much prepare the stream 12 hours before, usually. Sometimes it's like right before. I'm not that consistent, but my stream times right now are... I guess to say now, as we have knowledge, charisma, second, dexterity, and maybe a light check, we also have, well, a change in the stream times, if you didn't already know. So it's going to be Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, instead of Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. I think adding those days in between and basically alternating streams is a good choice, but we'll see. I think here, well... This is an extreme example, obviously, but because we have 14 knowledge, or 14 perception, we go occult shop. Although, theoretically, I could have also gone army knife. So we'll see, I guess, right? Even though I think this character dies at 21% in Zektas, so that's going to be interesting. But we'll see when we get there. Because now, yeah, now that we have Zektast and Azal less so, but Zektast is definitely the killer, because zero statting is a thing, and this button is hidden behind here, then yeah, it's Zektast is going to be a heck of a thing on this character, but we'll see. So, Flood, Coma, Painting, Hell, Teacher. Let's get into a mystery first before I go over the stats even more, so probably going into Household Hell. And yeah, we died to Frostbite, we died to any of the handful of injury or curses that decrease dexterity, we die to hunger, but our knowledge and perception are amazing. The problem is we need to get our stats up. So, we are in Household Hell, so we'll police station immediately. I think police station is almost always a non-negotiable thing. There are very few examples. For example, if I were in, say, Bulletin, and I were zip-zapping all over the place, aside from Village, I don't need to set Police Station if I'm worried about the short-term doom increase from visiting the police station, which sounds absurd, but trust me, it makes sense. And I think Police Station was nerfed to increase doom by 1 ever since it became pretty much the best sublocation. But, as I try to grab funds to get a weapon, this is something that already... Yeah, I can see it's being very bad for this character on Zektas, because doing this already puts you about 7% doom away from dying, pretty much. And so what you have is, again, you go Army Knife, if you look for a firearm, I guess, so too. And then Ritual Dagger, maybe. Preferably Small Candle, because even 14 knowledge, well, let's see. Let's see and go in, if I can even show you. So, 70 speed, and this character gets... 42 away from that speed, so his attack action, normal attack, is 38 speed per attack, which allows us to attack boost once. If you want to go full attack, obviously the lower power enemy it is, you can work the theoretical probability of how much potential damage or average damage you can do. Again, for events, it's amazing to have 13, 14, because at least 14 you know you can't fail unless they're on ill-fated, obviously, where this character also suffers. In the way, though, strength, dexterity, and charisma are so low, it doesn't really matter. But, as it relates to weapons, we'll grab this. I wanted to look over the Ritual Dagger, but since we got the Small Candle, really looking for a damage increase. Yeah, Thotu Flame is nice, but unfortunately on Zektast, what this means is you die quicker when you use this spell. But if you don't have a weapon, so be it. And I think Expel Evil is exactly for that reason, but it's normally not enough on Harbinger unless you get lucky, basically. Mainly through grabbing free weapons. I will say, though, there are more than a few knowledge checks where passing them, well, more than other stats and stat checks where it decreases doom, but we'll see. We'll see, right? I'd be more than glad to see if I'm wrong. And, of course, you can pass checks if you roll a 1 with no modifiers, but that's obviously not something you look for when you're playing a character with 2 or below stats. At the very least, this character has 2 stats on a non-Harbinger difficulty. That way they don't just die when you play Harbinger, but no, this is Ath World of Horror backstory, so as that Ath event reminds me. But when we get to Zektast, we're gonna have to employ some strats. Again, it's another interesting way for me to knowledge check myself, if anything. So 75%, you can kind of work out the math here. 7, let's be lenient and say 5. So on average, I get about 15 damage per turn, which is really nice to do. But obviously, you need 14 knowledge. Yeah, definitely 14 knowledge, because otherwise you don't even get 7. We have another point in knowledge here, but I don't know what that really gets, aside from more attack boosts, obviously. But yeah, I know it was because I was talking about Zektast, and I'm going to play Zektast after this Ath run, whether I survive or not. That way, we try to spread as much time between the characters as possible. Well, not just one running and finishing them. Although I should look back and see which characters I've done that for, so that I can go over the characters that I might have skipped over, pretty much, with just one bad run. Unless, of course, the character was designed with 1 in a stat, and therefore they die on Harbinger. Again, I'm glad to see at least that much is taken care of. We have Teacher, Painting, Coma, Flood. Let's take Teacher now and find out. Because, yeah, Zektast, you basically have to make up for -9 stats. Yeah, you can be lucky with Zektast events, but one, you have to hit a Zektast event. And then once you hit the exact test again, you have to roll out of the 3 stats you need, and 2 of the stats are pretty much dead, so we'll see. So yeah, and that's why I'm playing Ath, because Ath allows us to showcase the character in a, as much as possible, even slate, and even when you're getting reason penalties here and there, it's not really the worst thing. It does make a difference for a lot of if you're using a lot of spells, whether you are a character that works with spells or not. But compared to Kathak, compared to Athotu, compared to even Goizo, dependently. Goizo you could kind of say is the next best thing, but I personally say Ath because about 66% of the time you're not really doing it. Also, I should switch this. And we'll move on. But yeah, we'll get to it, so I don't really need to speak more. What I will say is having such high knowledge allows us to really do a lot of damage. Unfortunately, it's not the best, but can we even do this? No, we can't. So we eat things in the face, basically. Had a cough. Unless I can throw enough damage at it, but I don't want to do that. I could also just choose to run, but we're taking -2 all. That's not or 4 HP overall, so I'm not really mad about losing 12. That's a bit much, but early game, you have to kind of forgive yourself, because if you can later on one-shot enemies, it's not so bad. That being said, 15 knowledge to finally fit 8 attacks, that's how much your speed matters or base speed on a weapon's stat matter. Yeah, that extra 5 or 10 speed difference, 5 is kind of small, but 10 is really where you start feeling it, because that can literally mean the difference between hitting 100% and 90%. Now, of course, me missing here is a completely different story, but I should still expect about 12 to 15 damage on average, and if not, we add more to the pile of why I hate fast weapons, usually on Harbinger. Maybe I just haven't figured something out, but hey. Also, I do not want to enter... Well, yeah, we're entering Flood after this, so it's not so bad. And I don't think I have any other human enemies, so theoretically I can handcuff this enemy. Also, if I'm using theoretically we should hit 6 out of these 8 attacks. Thank goodness we did. So let me put the thing up on the screen. We want to brace, but we can't, so we're probably just going to eat badly bleeding as well, for better or worse. So, let's see what happens here. If I throw an empty bottle, no, it's not enough. So, unfortunately, I want to brace, but I can't. We can't even dodge, so we probably just eat badly bleeding here. Which we do. And away we go. One last time, and then I'll wait before I say it again. But I feel like that's a bug with newer enemies that for some reason just doesn't get resolved every time most new enemies are introduced. But hey. Yeah, no, the character is very well done graphically. It's just that gameplay-wise, boy. But obviously, Zectast is only one of 9 gods. Still, though, I'm kind of like drawing back with my teeth. Also, that's my first level up. Oof. But first, let's fill this empty bottle. Reason, because we're about to go into Flood. And this is going to be an interesting one, because Flood is one of those... The boss has a lot of power. So if I just try to go for hits... Again, my bare minimum for small weapons to be good, in my opinion, is to be able to at least near guarantee or guarantee 3 attacks, but... That might be a little too powerful. Things in World of War at this point, in 1.01, if you make a small change, it can result in very drastic consequences. Not all the time, but I think more than you think. For example, even just removing 1 Doom cost from Toshiaki's spells, increasing the time unit action, or adding 1 or 2 perception to Moriko, things like that can really tip the balance and result in pseudo-infinites or literally infinites. Especially since we can't also forget about endless mode, we can't forget about challenges and whatnot. But, I mean, I guess that is up to each person to think. I could run away from this. For the sake of Flood's boss, we can see... Can Toshiaki survive infinitely and endless by burning experience to reduce Doom? Made it 200+ on cultist, that's right before delighting myself, but Doom was always 80%. I can definitely see it. At the same time, there are also loops that you can... Oh, also we want damage increases here, so funny enough. We do have extra reason healing, so I guess we can go for it, but if our reason drops too low, we can. Basically, for that Endless question, I'm not the most knowledgeable on Endless, as I forget to store the research notes. But there are other strats that are not character specific, and even there are some characters who you don't expect to be able to do run infinites on, or pseudo infinites. But basically, there are more than enough strats that are not Toshiaki based where you can survive infinitely or pseudo infinitely. Again, I'm not the expert on Endless. You would have to look for, I would say, search for the user ZKS and input the word endless. Although that might not find you every result because that person has done a lot of infinite loops, both on endless and non-endless, but if you're really interested in finding out, I would say start there. 7 reason, will this allow me? Let's find out, actually. I don't know why I'm taking... Well, I am, because I know I have a lot more resources than it looks, although I think I have to be happy with what I have. Otherwise, I might risk dying. But we'll see. So I get the Linguist and no resting, for better or worse. Because I'm also looking at my Doom, but hey. And yeah, 40% to hit. So can I even do this? I think I can, right? There's no way I can't. Ooh, yeah, I barely can with 15 knowledge. If I didn't have 15 knowledge, I couldn't do this. That is actually a threshold we have here. So we get 15 damage guaranteed, which is pretty good, but you need 15 knowledge. So that's not a very good threshold. Does it even get me out? It does, but I'm dying here, so I guess we'll see. But hey, I could have also Desperate Action, yes. And then if I were feeling lucky, I could have Desperate Action and just gone all out attack, but I didn't feel like doing that, so we'll keep building. Actually, we need reason. As long as we don't lose Bath, we'll have stamina. Now we have Fetid Fume, so I definitely regret not resting, but maybe it was for the better. We'll see. Still gonna take reason here, try to heal as much as possible. And then we move on. Coma painting or... well, the coma or painting. Oh. Painting with 5 stamina? I don't like this, but... I would... because coma we're gonna lose 3 reason at the end of. Yeah, I have spells to forget still, but... my stamina is also a factor in me choosing this, so... oh, we're also... we have badly bleeding. I completely forgot about that. Well, guess we die. Unless we get really lucky. 25% proc rate, apparently. So let's find out. Yeah, I forgot about badly bleeding. That's my fault. But at this point, I mean, it's not... there's not really much else to say about the character. Aside from theorizing what I could do with an army knife. I guess I'll do that in no, that's right, because I can't afford it. Amy... only time I got the ending where she lives in was a 7th curse one. If I recall correctly... Amy increases your otherworldly check by a modifier of 1 in your favor, right? Am I going crazy, or is that Maria? Or is it both of them? I forgot, but correct me if I'm wrong. Otherwise, let's finally trust the World of Horror wiki. And I'll look that up really quickly for about 15 seconds. So, let's see here. If you believe the wiki... no, +1 reason regained at the end of a mystery, apparently. So, if that's not true, let me know. But you can blame the wiki on that. Again, there's been some talk about the wiki here and there. I think now it's been definitely more maintained, but at the same time... oh, that's right, my action being cancelled, but I might as well still do that. I think we still do the thing. I can't remember. If you fight the boss here, so be it. That actually might be better. But since we're not, we go. So, yeah, this character, I mean, again, to say it again, this character is definitely a knowledge check, literally and figuratively, because you want to take options that you know are knowledge or perception checks. So we kind of rewind back to something I've said before, where if you're a player who who wants to be surprised by the game, characters like this may infuriate you, because in the end it becomes, oh, I need to choose perception and knowledge checks, but at the same time, I mean, it's objectively you need to, because otherwise you just eat failures after failures, most likely. Extra reason, you know what? Why not? We'll increase strength, because I like that. I should be bracing. There's no reason I shouldn't be bracing, actually. That's another side effect of having a high stack. You can, even though your strength is absolutely oofed, you can brace if your scaling allows you to attack in literally 25 actions here. Obviously, you need a fast weapon as well. But it would be nice to brace because we're taking a lot of damage. So into coma we go. Theoretically, we might be able to fight this boss. But since our doom is slowly rising high, let's not take too many risks. Ask for funds, please. Thank you. And now I have a fighting check. I can definitely survive this run. That's all I'm trying to say. Morbidly funny saying we're through the mystery and defeating the big bad, only for her to immediately get... yeah, so 7th Curse, unfortunately, can provide some flat endings like that, because it's really funny. When, yeah, it's like, I saved Amy! Falls down an elevator shaft, so it's like, oh, nice. I mean, if you need ending... wait, actually... yeah, you can't have 7th Curse and Night Errant, obviously, so... I was gonna say, yeah, what if you need ending A, but that's not true either? We actually switched this to a hospital now, question mark? I could also go for a pack of cigarettes, but let's not do that. And let's see. I think I'm still heavily bleeding, you're right, so let me get rid of that. Oh my doom. Although, some people, you can tank this, theoretically. I wouldn't, because again, I don't believe in my RNG, but hey. And now we have perception checks as well. I'm pretty sure I've skipped some perception checks. I've also sat on this bottle of water longer than I need to, but in the interest of carrying an extra point of knowledge, funny enough, because that allows me to get 25 time unit attacks. Hey. That being said, though, we're about to die to reason here in a short moment, even if we heal, because... hey, guess what happens? We lose 3 reason at the end of this mystery. Inspiring, but we don't need to be inspired right now. We need to heal reason. So, I mean, I could roll the dice on this. We have 80% chance, and if I miss so many that I don't defeat the encounter, so be it. That's another thing I could talk on. Desperate action with quick attacks. Whether you're using a heavy weapon but you have a high stat scaling, or you're using a fast weapon and you have okay enough of a stat, being able to desperate action and take the gamble there on low power enemies anyway. Even on high power enemies, if you're lucky, obviously it works out, but that's sometimes not the case. Which is why, again, I would rather have a heavier weapon doing a one big but guaranteed hit than a fast weapon that has, yeah, it's an 80 to 90% chance, and therefore you have about a 67% chance-ish to hit every attack. I have a painkiller. There's no way I die like this. I did forget my seconds, but hey. What's a safe amount of Doom to go into the lighthouse with? Depends on your light checks, but if you want to play really brute force, 80%. If you're at 80% Doom and you reach the lighthouse, there are not a lot of situations where you should die, unless Takushi-san smacks you. So, about 75 to 80%-ish, but realistically speaking, 85% to 90% should be a safe one. Again, it depends. If you have branded or something, if you have a cut artery going into the lighthouse, things can change. But about 80 to 90% is usually where you should be, because theoretically you should not be failing any of the Doom checks, save for getting hit by Takushi-san once, maybe. But yeah, also I just forgot what I was looking at, so let's just do this. If we get the second encounter wrong, hey, we've done the character on Ath, there's no reason for me to die here. But yeah. Because the bare minimum is 93% if you have Heart of Darkness. If you don't, 94%. That's the threshold. If you're at 95% and above when you enter the lighthouse, you're likely going to die unless you have Doom decrease on you. So that's the flip side of that question. I don't remember. I'm just gonna guess. Yeah, doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. We're not trying to survive, and even if we were... Hey. So, teacher second? Yeah, that was second, but hey. We'll do a Zectast run and move on with life. I also needed to do a thing, and I didn't, so let's find out. Never got why the delinquent girl only costs 2 reason when the darkness event costs 3. Wait, I'm trying to think of what exactly you're saying. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're supposed to remove 3, right? Each of them are supposed to move 3? Yeah, that might be a bug if we're trying to remember correctly, but hey. Random thing. Yeah, you're talking about the charisma check versus the light check. Where the light, yeah, I think they're supposed to move. It says 3 reason for the girl, right? So that would have to be a bug, is what I'm trying to say. As we get to Zectast, medical history, character exclusive, discharge. Ooh, medical history as well? Oof. Well, we'll do our best, because what we have to do is just walk up the mysteries and not try to grab a weapon. Now, there is a very small chance I do a mansion investigation and pick up a small candle, but that, 1, we have to roll that event quickly, and 2, we have to grab that small candle from a pool of cult? No, other items. Anywho. Knowledge, light, second, Takushi-san, dexterity, and maybe strength. The funny thing is that even with Zectast, we'll have more than 8 knowledge. The sad thing is, oof here. Really? It's only 2 reason? Did that get changed? Alright. Then cool. You basically need a lower reason modifier. So, or lower reason threshold to survive reason in the lighthouse. Hey, no skin off my bones, but since we need a weapon given to us, I'm just gonna do illegal then, just in case. We'll use the library notes here. We can expel evil as well. We can also do enthrallment. That's okay, but I would have liked something better. And unfortunately, because the injury takes place immediately, we can't protect ourselves by healing, say, a broken bone before our doom shoots up to 0. I feel like some people have forgotten how 0 statting works. You need to get your stat out of 0 before you could do any doom manipulation, whether you're doing a pseudo-infinite or infinite strat or not. Because it does matter if, say, you're near the lighthouse, but then you zero stat because, say, Takushi-san hits you for a hasty aid, and then you get broken bone. Say if you're Toshiaki, you can Shebs there, and then decrease Doom with Thought Flash, as opposed to Thought Flashing, and then Shebbing, and then you're still at 100%, because the game's like, hey, you haven't gotten rid of this zero stat. But, anywho, I see Kana here. Nails, Koma, Akamanto, nope, Festival, and then Vigil. I really want Kana, though. Let's see. Unfortunately, we don't have really a small Doom. Yeah, so this character, without any other way to decrease Doom. Because the thing about, I think the Monument needs to be at 21% and above anyway, right? To use. So we're pretty much trapped. We have to finish the run in under 21% or level up 3 times beforehand, but that's not likely to happen. We could alternatively get a mask here, and I might need to be forced to do that. Unfortunately, though, fighting the boss here at Timeline B requires me to have more strength than this and a better weapon, because otherwise I'm not doing enough damage before getting the Spiral Hood. Eels can't show up during... No, it cannot... Eels cannot show up during 7th Curse. So, because Kana is normally protected from most ways that allies can die, so I'm guessing what may have happened is that the developer was trying to bug check things, and Kana didn't die. So, Kana won't die if you fail the distract action, is an example, but Kana will die if you use the send an ally option here. So, there are some tricky things with Kana. Unless the developer is trying to imply that Kana normally doesn't die, which apparently, you know, may or may not be a real thing, but anywho. So yeah, we have to get really, really lucky here, basically. I might even do some mansion investigations, trying to... Because there are 2 events that can lower Doom for free, pretty much, except for the obviously Doom cost for investigating. And then there is an event where we can maybe roll either a broken bottle or a small candle, if the event gives us a weapon. Otherwise, I should really be doing this. Oh, Seaside is maxed out level. I have to still. I need to level up quickly, basically. So I know I said that 2 is the minimum amount of stats that you were supposed to go to, but then we got Zektast, and then I realized what you actually needed to do. So, and funny enough, yes, Sever Kick does become more optimal with higher knowledge, although you do need at least 8 to do 9 damage per turn. So, anywho. Yeah, you can't get eels with 7th Curse. But, yeah, now with Zektast, what the other requirement for custom characters, unless, again, you have something that... an example is you give Necronomicon and Sheb's Curse, or Sheb's Surge, but even then, it's really, really, really RNG based at that point. So, the other requirement, what I want to say though, is that the average amount or the total stats that are under, I guess, 4? No, under 5 need to be max 4 or 5 in my opinion. Again, you could get Zektast events, but that's basically this character having 4, 8, 12 below surviving at 84% Doom. If you want to push it, you could say 63%. So theoretically, that's why I was toying with the idea of under 4. Because then you would only need to get 3 in stats. You would need to get every stat up to 4 to survive, quote unquote. But still, it's not great. Right now, I would like to have 4, because I don't believe in my RNG. If you believe in your RNG, you can say, I'll finish the run under 63% Doom. Which isn't impossible, but there's more RNG involved. So let's do Vigil now. But if I'm doing 84%, basically I need 4 Strength, 4 Dexterity, and 4 Charisma. And even getting 3 in a stat from Zektast isn't enough anyway. So, again, we're really hoping for Zektast. And you can't really influence that, so we'll see. We'll see, right? That's all we can really hope for. Bow clap, bow clap. It's a knowledge check of sorts, because as you can see, and obviously I was somewhat lucky with events, so my Doom did get to decrease a few times, along with, I think this character had Expel Evil, but it's not enough. And Kick is not scaled off any stats, so this character really, really, really suffers in that regard. We'll soon get a Meat Cleaver, but we only have 1 strength, so we need a Knowledge and Perception weapon, and those are not usually readily available. Oh, that's right, we're on medical history. But anywho. Yeah. So, if you're also hoping for... This character does have things to try and help with that. Unfortunately, Zektas still usually wins out, because you have to hope for an Occult Diary. And even then, that's not enough Doom mitigation to avoid what's going to happen to me in a few mysteries. Now, if I wanted to see how far I could go with this character, that's just something I could do for funsies, but surviving, on the other hand, unless there's some strat I'm not thinking of, yeah. Oh, is that in... Yeah, I wouldn't deny that. 15 ways to lose as this character. I would not deny that. On top of... Yeah, even if we weren't on Zektast, right? Say we were on... Because there are small things that give us an advantage here there, like passing every knowledge check allows us to level up faster. Passing every perception check may give us the katana or something, but for Zektast specifically... Oh my goodness, hold on. For Zektast specifically, you need a lot more Doom mitigation than this. That's all I'm saying. Unless you get really lucky, again. That's always a possibility. It's just not a very high possibility, and even if that's the case, you can be, oh, I can play this character on Zektast, fine. And then there will be others who say, yeah, but we never get any Zektast events, and when we do, we probably get the Perception or Knowledge one. So this character just ends up dying. Not even including Curious Birthmark or Medical History runs, but you could shoot back with that argument as we get pretty much death there from time skip, but you could devil's advocate and say, well, those are only a few backstories or one god out of many, and you're not forced to always play random god fool, which at that point, I mean, sure, but still, we're pretty much dead here. Nothing I can do. No matter where I go, Doom is going to increase, and then we die. So, hey, I at least got to the 3rd mystery, but that was with some good RNG, because we had some... Well, actually, no. I took Eels into Vigil. But, anywho, not really much to say there. There are some small things I could talk about, but in the end, those are small things compared to the overarching, approaching death that is Zektast on that character. On top of Medical History, or Curious Birthmark. So, onward we go. I had to do a thing. I really sound congested at times, and that's just me and other people sometimes when they record or stream. As we get into the World of Horror character exclusive custom character once more, we start with one of the 2 things, Second Sight and Eldritch Amulet. What does that do for me again? I completely forgot. Perception? No. Actually okay, especially on a heavy boss run, which is where a lot of characters kind of, not fall off, but they have trouble with at times. So that's more of a guarantee. Second tech, Takshisan, light, check, strength, and maybe charisma. Because if you can't prepare properly, either due to RNG or because you messed up your preparations, then yes, you will find it harder for bosses. You will find it hard to defeat bosses. That being said, we picked up a pretty cool spell, so let's see if it works out for me. Grab this fun. Do you have a bee outfit? Yeah, you do, so let's put it on. And let's move on. Ramen, Ward, it seems. Bulletin, Painting, Botanist. So this is a really not great for Doom, but we'll deal with it. Did I not use Enthrallment, by the way? Let's use it. Fujiko. Do we want to run kicks in this run? I guess we could. We'll open up funds here. And move on, I think. Not really much else to do. Don't want to stick with this, though. So we have, yeah, Bulletin, Botanist. I forgot. Gosh dang it. Let's see where our things are. Forest, well, I'm gonna set things to the forest. I have Botanist, and I have to do 2 forest investigations immediately. Yes, I optimally should be switching things in the police station when needed, but I'm just being... Oh, we have Ward as well. Luck? What's your luck? 2. Never mind. Any other character would have passed that. Oh, I didn't... Obviously, I didn't check the character stats, but it's fine. We'll store this energy drink for the moment and put on this ritual mask. But then we'll move on. Let's try working with kicks only because I have a damage increase. We'll see. More for the sake of keeping Doom low. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing here, but let's see if we can I could also try to pick up a brick. You know what, let's do that. But more importantly, we're doing this for a pack of cigarettes, which I will enjoy later on in the run, because that will make my kicks a lot more convenient. I'll have a pseudo hard knock, basically. 9 damage a turn for 4 kicks. Yes, it's supposed to be 12, but let's assume I don't hit every kick. Is pretty nice. Now, what's not nice is receiving 3 stamina damage, and we only have 3 strength to brace, so we are hoping for a bit here. But as I said, we're playing around. A little bit. We also have Book of Gore, but I don't want to overly rely on it, because eventually I'll get Broken Jaw or something just as bad. And then we gamble on a 72% chance here, so let's go. Good. Now, am I always going to be doing that? Probably not, but we may have to when we have no other choice as we run to the Leech Girl. And we pretty much do the same thing here. We just eat the -2 stamina damage to the face, or all damage, sorry. And we hope. There, I don't mind as much. I've run some math on hitting 6 out of 8, 80% and 70%. I don't have the exact values pulled up. Actually, I should just do that really quickly because I'm interested. But as we investigate the rest of Bulletin, so that hitting 6 out of 8 attacks at 70%, there's a chance of... that chance is 55%, apparently. As we get hallucinations, so there goes our perception. Thankfully, no light check. But the chance of hitting 6 out of 8 attacks at 80% is 79.7% about, so you can play with those values in your head. That, however, if I have to hit 6 out of 8, and that's assuming across 2 turns, because normally I'm not going to try to go for the one-shot turn, but when you're working on 2 turns, that's kind of my threshold of comfort. So if you do 8 attacks and you don't hit 6, that's 6 or more, sorry, that's not really great. I'm basing that off of enemies needing about 15 to 18 HP normally to defeat in 2 turns with a fast weapon, as opposed to, say, I usually use Monkey Wrench as a comparison. Monkey Wrench, you may have somewhere from 65 to 85% to hit both attacks, but normally you only need to hit 3 out of 4 in that case. That's where I'm pulling my numbers from. So you can kind of work that out already. 35% of 30, or 33% of 32%, 11% chance to miss twice, compared to the basically the probability I just gave you 10 to 20 seconds ago. You can do the math there, which is why another reason, on top of strength, just build strength for Monkey Wrench to brace and get more time unit costs on that. That's just, it's too much for me. Whereas opposed to trying to brace with a character that has 3 or less strength, but they have a fast weapon, sometimes I can't even get a... Well, when you do prep attack, you can usually get that much, but what you can't do is get a lot of damage out of it. And that difference in 2 damage for brace prep attack means a lot to me. And unfortunately, we didn't get any other source of damage increase, so yeah, we have this Eldritch Amulet, but funny enough, we're taking a lot of stamina damage right now. What I could do is trade Reason for stamina, but I can't even fit that much with this. No, mainly because of having 3 strength. If I had 5 strength, I can literally start trading 2 Reason here, but I'm already going to hit 3 strength, or 3 stamina, so I might as well just do that, and then guarantee my kicks. These will do 5 each. Actually, I could have defeated... No, because I would have had 4 stamina, and I couldn't have done Desperate Struggle, so... Moving on. We have 3 knowledge, we rolled a 3 plus 1, so be it. I should have actually leveled up here. We're on Encounter Lockout, I think. No, we're not. Pass all luck checks, even though that's, I think, bugged as well. Running shoes, maybe, but I just want to take strength here. Yeah, I could have taken stamina, but We're gonna die to stamina anyway, so... Funny enough, though, we take this. As much as I would like funds for cigarettes... Yeah, not gonna do that. Here is funds for cigarettes. Wait, did we take... What did we take? We took stars alright. This is a luck check. Thankfully, we pass. Hold on. Oh, I coughed a bit in my mouth, but... Was it because of the modifiers? I feel like I forget a lot of what people say to me sometimes, so I'm feeling it's because you can roll 12 plus 1 or 2 modifier that stars are right doesn't work. But by its own definition, stars are right should work because you pass all luck checks. So what it really should do is set your luck to about, if you want to be really safe, like 120, but still. Theoretically, it's still possible for you to fail. So what it actually should do is set your roll to 0 even after the modifier, but hey, right? Anywho, let's just lose this doom and move on. Nothing really much else to do. And next stream, we should be hitting certain... Oh, also, 1 stamina, 1 reason, by the way. That's mainly because, yeah, if we were to look for a weapon, it probably would be the illegal den, all things considered. As we get our roads closed. We also have the 6th floor, but hey. What do we want here? We don't really have anything, so... I thought I had the empty bottle, that's what I was thinking of. Painting, ward, ramen. Well, we're not taking painting. Not with 3 stamina for reason. What does this character do? I mean, yeah, we have second sight. But unfortunately, for the worst this run... A lot of the bosses we're running into, aside from Painting's boss, but you normally don't want to fight Painting's boss anyway, is an Eldritch enemy. Every other encounter here is probably not going to be an Eldritch enemy. We could run into a ghost, but that would be in Painting, but you would be fighting the Rumu ghost, so that's... I don't know how much you would really want to fight that, but hey... For giggles, we can fight Painting's boss. We have a pack of cigarettes I can smoke at the end, but our doom is already not looking great, so we need to pass this. Yeah, stars are right, luck check. I could handcuff this guy. Or girl, or whatever. Because it's supposed to be, well... The friend, well, anywho. Sure, because... We have 1 set of handcuffs. You know, if I kept both, it would have been a thing, but here we are trying to hit a... Do I want to? No, let's just do this. Let's just do this. I was going to say 3 kicks in a row, but we don't need to do that, so we take 1 reason damage and move on with life. And now we actually have a dexterity weapon. But I need to grab the other pair of handcuffs, because that would help out. Also, nice dexterity roll. I really appreciate it. Not. I could also drink the energy drink. If that breaks the threshold, I should have, for this boss coming up. Otherwise, we're going to equip this Eldritch Amulet to not die, because the Ritual Mask did not give us any procs, or if it did, it wasn't enough. So yeah. That basically has to stay on because I think if you remove it... Well, we can test it out now. So what happens when I remove it? We lose 10 reason. You know, if we... Because I think Fast Hands affects the B and C slot items too, right? Anywho. If it doesn't, then forget what I was going to say. But I don't think this character has Fast Hands regardless, so... Hey. That's a lot of damage to be getting, but hopefully things work out. It might not. I'm still gonna try and fight this. What do we get? We need to hit this. Oof. 70%? If we die, so be it. Fast weapons are such garbage. I could have... Hold on. My voice. But you know what would have helped there? Probably a Monkey Wrench still. Because the Monkey Wrench, 80 speed base... 3 strength, strong attack is 120, 108, prep. Yeah, I think I can definitely prep strong, desperate struggle with the Monkey Wrench there. Anywho, we'll move on to the Zectast run. Move on to something better with our time. So, here, where are you? Come here. Funny enough, a little quick fact. Until you select the god, the BGM it starts really bass, like, you know, some instruments, but once you click a god, you hear the song levels up, basically, as we have Zectast, Curious Birthmark, character exclusive custom character. And this is a more comfortable stat spread for Zectast, where I only need to make up 2 or 3 stats, because 2 strength and 1 knowledge. That being said, if we get a Zectast event and we roll strength, it's fine, but I don't want to put that burden on the player, luck-wise, because some characters and players are not as lucky. So Charisma, second encounter, Dexterity, Takshisan, second mystery, and maybe knowledge. But we're on Zectast, so we're probably just going to eat 6 stamina, 3 knowledge. So you're looking for doom checks, basically, and hopefully the light check. But I think we're just gonna try. Yeah, I know that means we have to build more strength, but listen, it's strength that we may or may not have. Grow Teeth is a mess spell, because if you get a point of damage increase, then what doesn't? Well, I mean, it makes her bite 4 damage, but... Anywho, Ward, Hell, Festival, Mermaids, Nails. Well. I want to do Nails and Ward second or third. Probably do Festival third, funny enough, before I do Mermaid's Hell, but we'll see. I was about to take Wards for some reason, but we'll take Nails now. And let's see what we can get. So, I think I'm just going to force it anyway. I know my thresholds for this, so even though our strength drops tremendously, I promise you, I should have actually sold the notes. I don't know why I did that, but... Otherwise, Carpenter Hammer will have to do. Will it have to do? No, I'm going to reroll once. Well, that's not great. Now I have to reroll again. Unless I want to choose a shovel. But I can't brace with the shovel. Oh my god. Now I'm just wondering how lucky I am. Okay, good. We're going to die in 14%, so funny enough, I can't even equip that right now unless I do this. So... let's see what we can and cannot do. We still lower this, and if we run to out of funds, so be it. If we die to Doom, so be it as well. I shouldn't have been forcing strength here, but hey, that's not free, because I think Grow Teeth is stamina. This is nails, so I should have actually went into the police station as well. For the sake of not getting into Frostbite Land, let's not do that. What else do we have? What's our max threat level? Seaside? School. So we'll set things to the school. And move on. So let's see if I die to Doom immediately. I would rather do that. We have 7 dexterity, sure, but hey. If I find a different weapon, I will have to equip it if I'm about to die to Zectast, so hey. We'll take just guaranteed 1. I think I've just started to take 1 stamina guaranteed. Yes, the boss here normally does stamina damage, but... okay, 7 perception, please. What a shame. Well, now we do have to visit the monument. And away we go. Funny enough, I think I'm seeing something here, so... I think the reason the reason graphics are overlapping the stamina graphics. I wonder why that is. Anywho. So we do this, and we pretty much just 2-shot this guy, right? Or we don't even need to desperate attack. We can just do this. And away we go. So we may or may not be able to level up. I guess we're about to find out. Do we have another thing? No, we don't. Did I even grab the funds here, by the way? I feel like I didn't. I didn't. No wonder it took a little bit more Doom. Anywho, we can do festivals now. Festival now, funny enough. That way we can level up faster-ish. So, let's see what happens. If we can find Hermit, that would be very much appreciated, but until that happens... which it didn't. We have to then hope that we get out of this without increasing Doom too much, which means I need to look for choices that do not increase doom, if possible. If not, we definitely do die to things. That's right, we have low luck. Oh. I thought my luck... Oh, no. Wait, Zektas does affect your luck? Question mark? I forgot. It's too risky. Let's just take stamina damage here. We can forget Grow Teeth, but I want to keep my stamina at 3 for now. So that we can immediately do Desperate Struggle Prep Strong. We have 1 strength, mind you, so... yeah. Anywho. Let's pray so we don't increase Doom. Passing it is nice, but really what we want to do is level up. So we'll do that. And at the end of the run, we can throw the Monkey Wrench away if need be, because we do need an extra point in Knowledge. Preferably, I'd like to get to the Knowledge perk, but we'll see. And thankfully, we didn't have Timeline B there. If we were Timeline B, we definitely needed to throw the Monkey Wrench away, but for now, we're fine. Let's do this before time skip, by the way, so that we don't get oofed there. This would have been great earlier, but hey. We didn't get time skip yet. We'll see if and when we do. We heal stamina and move on. So. We'll take Ward now in the interest of doing stuff here. We're probably going to have to run away from the friend unless we run into the dull nurse. So hey, 7 dexterity please. Thank you. I need to level up faster. So actually I do need to take checks. For the sake of experience, and we run to Body Horror, which unfortunately we have 3 knowledge. So we don't get to two-shot this encounter, but unfortunately, we don't have much better options, so we might need to just eat -4 all in the face. Because we might need to run away from the friend as well. So this is just a really unlucky encounter. Or it's not just, but it is something unlucky that can happen. And I can't even not sever twice, because I'd like to trade Reason for stamina, but again, we have to rest once. I could grab painkillers as well, but my Doom, yeah, we have to grab it. We have to grab it. It's the most efficient use of Doom I have to heal stamina. Reason, right? This is Reason. If I fail, good. And we'll move on. I always choose the middle option there, obviously, but hey, I'll take that experience. We'll deliver this package. I would like to run to the doll nurse, funny enough. Hey, luck check failure. Stars are right, by the way. Again, I feel that's because that... Well, one, for that event specifically, it's treated differently. But still, it's really confusing to the player, that I'll say, as we get flashbacks. Fine. Not like we needed the dexterity anyway, aside from dexterity checks, obviously, but... Hey, we'll do this and probably equip the Eldritch Amulet now. And keep moving on. Thankfully, we rolled low there, but we're about to die. Unless we run to that. So, all is forgiven. We can also... You know what? I'm going to actually do that. So, here we are. Being the best that we can. Improvise a lot. A lot. We can also now switch a weapon, so I should really keep one of these in my inventory in case my Doom shoots through the roof. However, even with this, I don't know if he survived the friend. 12 damage? Maybe? Third mystery? I want to say we do. Maybe we don't, though. We'll find out. So we'll keep throwing these just to get the doll nurse low. And at this point, yes, it's less the character themselves than it is running into the doll nurse, but you take good luck where you can get it, right? So, that being said, we sit here and improvise, and I hope everyone's having a good day. We have about an hour of the stream left anyway, or maybe less depending on emergencies, but we'll see. I'm going to take a drink of water while we wait here. And we should be perfectly fine to defeat the doll nurse now. But, you know, doll nurse things. I run into... Maybe it's because you visit the seaside less with base events as we level up. would have been great. Hopefully we soon get to the thing. Running shoes does help out because this character has escape our test. But unfortunately, we do need to brace once before we defeat this boss. Unless I want to gamble on whatever we have here. 25 power is a little high, but let's see what we get. 65%. Yeah, those aren't great odds. We definitely brace. Oh, we can't even brace punch or kick, sorry. So what we instead have... I don't want to spend the Doom. Funny enough, even though we're getting really oofed here, this allows us to survive, or should allow us to survive. And now we don't even need to do the... Well, actually, let's just be safe. We got Fearful, for better or worse. But we needed to survive without spending more Doom. Especially since I already committed. But you don't have to. It's just, we're on Zektas, so any Doom decrease is not fun. And away we go. So theoretically, we survive on Strength if we swap out our Monkey Wrench. We could theoretically do that, but let's wait until we absolutely need to, as we take Mermaids. And grabbing the Fire Axe here, you know, won't be the best weapon, but we can replace the Monkey Wrench with it in case we need the point in Strength. We also get to one-shot Miku here, so let's do that for the sake of experience. Although the Mad Janitor at this point probably is so tanky that it would hurt our stamina a lot, but the alternative is also visiting the school nurse, which for some people has dropped off. To me, not really, because yeah, while you're not stacking curses, granted, unless you're getting rid of it in the... Yeah, you're getting painkillers as well. I mean, it's a trade-off. It's a personal choice trade-off at this point, but I still choose School Nurse. Because while I'm not stacking curses to get rid of them, I do just want to sometimes get rid of, say, burns or any other minor injury and running off. And then there's also double Katak Bites, which normally doesn't affect you, but it affects me well enough. There, I just want to School Nurse and run away. Basically, I stack a lot more minor injuries than you think, even though it's really not a lot. Probably a handful of times at best, but let me think about what I'm going to do here. I don't want to rest, so let's move on. Yeah, and I'm probably just going to burn the school down. But I am receiving enough annoyances where I don't want to take the risk and get not just badly bleeding and or burns, but something else. There's something else. I forgot which one it is. Is it Coughing Blood? Coughing Blood Dexterity? Yeah. So, here, however, yeah, we could theoretically try to fight this guy. Let's just do this. If I want to play risky, I would keep moving on. Mermaids, or not mermaids, Household Hell with this amount. Please give me the knowledge perk. No? Cool. We have to increase knowledge here. And then what we have to do is swap our weapon when needed. That is the plan. You can see already how hard it is for this character to stay alive on Zektas, aside from, you know, obvious lucky RNG. But hey. So characters that have less stats than, or worse stat spread, you can... I don't know how you do it. Maybe there's some strategy I don't know, but I wouldn't bet on that. I also have yet to run to a single Zektas event across two characters, so maybe we're about to find one, but even then, right? About 9 mysteries in, and I haven't seen a single Zektas event. Just gamble on RNG, say some people. I'm shaking my head in silence in real life. Hey, I got 3 damage back, but I really should equip the Broken Bottle, all things considered. I should also rest, but do I have Fetid Fumes? I may need to. Yeah, we'll rest once and try to survive. I think I already burned Monument as much as I can. We also still have these burns, that's right. So, at this point, I think we School Nurse. We can still swap weapons whenever we need to, mainly because these 2 items allow us to do so whenever we want, but decreasing doom would be fun. Unfortunately, we rolled a 12 there, so if this mansion was at even, I think, just low threat level, we wouldn't have passed that. But stars are right? We'll take reason damage here. Move on here. No, because the mask does less. Well, there's the demon mask. Is that a C item, right? Is that a C item or is that a B item? It's a B item. Well, unfortunately, we don't have the reason for that. We get really close, though. We're getting really close to surviving. Unfortunately, I do need to swap this out of fear of this. And maybe we survive? Well, if we don't have Takshisan, we definitely survive. Question mark. It's possible for us to survive. That's all I'm saying. We also got to keep Bat, funny enough. But let's see if we survive for sure, because I completely forgot. Second. Don't remember my second mystery, or encounter at all. Maybe not even my second mystery, but as I said earlier, 6 stamina damage, and a whole lot of Takshisan. We also have Fearful, but we don't need to fear that. Haha, funny pun, but we rest once to survive stamina and move on, right? So let's see what happens. Yeah, 2 reason. I have to see if that was actually said in a patch note, but feel like it wasn't Dullner's Kabuki Killer? Question mark? Nope. Well, now we need to get the second mystery check right, because I'm pretty sure Takshisan is about to do some damage to us, but maybe we're okay? I know Zektast is heavily... Oh, we don't even get that. Well, never mind. Gamble. 95% twice. And he's weak against Sharp, apparently, so, hey. Why am I forgetting? I did nails into... Festival? Question mark? Yeah, I did. And we shouldn't even need to heal here. So I will boldly step up and complete the Zektast run, and we'll be happy to do so, thankfully. Really had to scrape for resources, though. I think I used Monument a few times. Anywho, on to the next character we go, and this should be theoretically the last character, unless things happen. Then I think we'll just do a bonus run with the 4th character I have loaded up. But for now, another Ath run we go. Also, I think I put timestamps in only 1 stream so far. But anywho, Ath World of Horror, custom character exclusive perks, but again, we're gonna have a bad time in Zektast, because we have to make up 7 stats overall, save for a Zektast event that, again, I have not run into yet, across 2 gosh dang characters. Light check, strength, knowledge, Takshisan, dexterity, maybe charisma. But yeah. We have a tiny key for a sports rifle play, even though we only have 2 perception. You know, out of curiosity, I will go for it. You know what? Do we have a perk, by the way? No, we don't. We just have a tiny key. So, obviously, I'm not saying this character is one of those characters, but obviously I don't know if I'm playing a joke character or not. Some characters I'm just not playing out of safety, but we'll see. We'll see if I get to some characters or not. As we have, I keep forgetting what that is. Ward, Mermaids, Ramen, Botanist, and Akamanto. So not even any scissors. I want to take Botanist now. I think that's going to be the play. Botanist, Ward, Akamanto is the order. And then Mermaids, Ramen. So hey. Oh, we start with funds, I think? Question mark? Yeah, we start with funds, but we want to open up funds anyway. And yeah, none of these are really something we want. I'm gonna force, or try to force, the Monkey Wrench. So let's do that and find out. We have a pocket knife. It's not the most doom efficient, but if we're about to run into a monster that smacks us silly, it would be nice. And then we have a wooden bat to throw. Downtown Forest max threat level. And we have Botanist now, so I guess we will put the police patrols in the forest. Until we do Ramen and Akamanto. But basically in Akamanto we switch. We'll take stamina damage and do this. Funny enough, if you run into out of funds, theoretically you can be neutral if you walk into the hardware store and buy a pocket knife. Now, if you're unlucky, then you walk into the hardware store and you have to reroll, but at that point, I guess you're running away for 3 Doom, but also whatever you lose in out of funds as well, right? So, unfortunately, we can't drink this wine bottle unless I unequip things, but if I can, like the wooden bat to the monkey wrench, I will. For the sake of healing reason. Unfortunately, we haven't yet, but still. Also store this tiny key because we get... No, that's for... Why did I say that? Wait, no, the tiny key is for 2 events, sorry. So, never mind, I should still be wearing it. And I'm never going to be able to free any dogs after, I think, the last video, question mark? Anywho. We passed that luck check, but I would have liked the ally better. As we move on. So while funny enough, the numbers of the stats do go over the character, it still doesn't help because there are sometimes black lines on the character that cause you to be unable to see anyway. But as we just swing for the fences here, we swing for the fences here. No. 4 all for this hot garbage. Unless we throw the wooden bat. Decisions. I could also go for a dodge. Can I even go for a dodge? 6 dexterity. Hey, we're this character. Yeah, I'm using the monkey wrench, so strength scaling is a bit oof, but boy. We do have Akamanto, but I'm pretty sure we're taking more damage here. So you know what? Here comes the pocket knife play. And away we go. Knowledge check. Oh no, we have 3 knowledge, or 4 knowledge. Whatever shall we do when we roll a 10? And then we get more doom here, but that's fine for the moment. I should have... No, our reason didn't even get touched, so there was no chance for me to use the wine bottle. Funny enough. And then we immediately... I think I actually just... No... If I'm going to run away from the boss and ward, I might as well take Akamanto now to try and desperate prep strong handcuff Akamanto. Maybe? I'm going to take experience here. We're going to go for it. If we don't get it, well, I'll just be really sad. But hey, luck success. Moving onward. So here we're going to switch to downtown. I can also try to grab a pack of cigarettes, but let's hope that this character has some good perks, maybe. As we purposely take stamina damage here. In an attempt to one-shot Akamanto with the handcuffs. Now, if we go too low on stamina, we have to heal, but that's just me doing my best. And funny enough, 70%. We get bonus damage anyway, but I didn't know that, so away we go. I should have, because I keep talking about it. I should really remember at least that. Lump of flesh, blunt weakness. But anywho. We have some extra stamina healing here, but that's a lot of stamina healing that I don't need. Because I'm trying to gauge myself for Akamanto here. So let's find out. We should be perfectly fine after this. Let's just see, though. Ooh, funny enough, go for this. Because it's the steak knife, let's keep it honest for the moment. And we do get to Desperate Prep Strong. And we get to one-shot handcuff this. So, let's drink this wine bottle. Funny enough, we shouldn't die. And then handcuffs. And hence why I like the monkey wrench so much, because even with 1 strength, apparently you can get prep desperate struggle prep strong. So it would take a lot of stats and or perks and convincing for me to swap to faster weapons on Harbinger. So anywho, ward, yeah, I'm a bit biased and maybe I haven't figured out the strat, but still, it's an uphill battle. What do we get here? Not as much as I think, but I can't even run away from this if I wanted to, so... What do I want to do? Just gamble, I guess? 55%? Let's gamble. We'll throw the bat if need be. We do bonus damage, and we just happen to miss 25%, but we'll gamble on it again, and fail, but hey. We're at effectively 44% doom, so I'm not too worried thus far. We'll also equip the Crestfallen Mask, where his mouth shows through, because that's the nature of Crestfallen Mask. But anywho, I really should do a thing. We get more doom here, so be it. Looting? You know what? For cigarettes, perhaps so. But let's find out what else we have luck-wise, or not luck-wise, as we run into this. But hey, we get to prep strong into desperate struggle, prep strong, so... We are likely going to run away from our friend here. There's just no way... We have a lump of flesh, but I don't want to gamble on it. Do I want to gamble on it? You know what? Let's gamble on it. So... We'll store the empty bottle, because theoretically that should provide us more. We can pick it back up if need be later on, because we have a lot of damage to throw at the boss here, so... Or we could just run to the dull nurse, but that wasn't guaranteed. We'll do with it as we will, however, still, because that is just going to be very, very good for us. But yeah, on the dull nurse now... Should blind enemies continue allowing us to do this? Again, one, you'd have to go out of your way to do it, and the few times I have, I never ran into the dull nurse or Burning Man on purpose. So I feel like, again, for me, it's something I've talked about before, but it's not recent enough to be totally redundant. So what I'm going to say is that I think dull nurse and Burning Man are still somewhat balanced, but I wouldn't argue them being changed. Now, that might sound a bit contradictory, especially if someone says something like, "Oh, Jordan, you just play on Harbinger, so you want your Harbinger runs to be easier." At the same time, it is still RNG based, whether or not you run into dull nurse and or Burning Man, so... And thus far, because base events don't take you to the seaside as much, your chance of running into a blind enemy in general to do this is quite low. Because the hospital has some pretty bad events to run into overall, so that's why I consider it somewhat balanced. And again, it's not like you get infinite damage to throw, right? Your storage is limited, so you only get so much to throw. So while yes, it is allow you to do a lot in your run, it's not an automatic I win button. And even the katana isn't an automatic I win button. But anywho, I think this should be more than enough. 23 turns. Now eat this monkey wrench and stay down and think about what you've done as we loot funds from them. 6 charisma. Thankfully we get it. And funny enough, that will be... I forgot how much experience. I've done it before, but I've forgotten. So experience bonus, it doesn't tell you how many because why not? We take a nap for Doom because that's gonna be somewhat efficient. But away we go. Reason damage, please. And away we go. Again. But we should be perfectly fine here. Now, whether I should carry other things is a completely different story. We have 1 stamina left, so I'm just going to keep the lump of flesh with us. What I will be doing is throwing all of this stuff. So, steak knife, wooden bat, not in that order, obviously. And we're just a little bit off. I should have brought another item to throw. Noted. But, here we are. So, what do I really want to do? That's unfortunate. I really should have brought something else. Anywho. I don't think this is guaranteed, but I have a lump of flesh, so I'm gonna do this. Curse Sign's not so bad. If I can only take 2 stamina, that would be great. And away we go. Would I have been able to do the same with the steak knife equipped? We'll never know. Even though an attack strong... I'm calculating in my mind. An attack strong would have been 15 damage anyway. I'm thinking. Well, right? Because Desperate Struggle, normal attack with the dagger... Not dagger, sorry. Steak knife does 6, and a strong does 9. Correct me if I'm wrong. But otherwise, we'll move on. But basically, I would rather just Desperate Struggle prep strong with the Monkey Wrench. That being said, if I threw the Monkey Wrench and equipped the Steak Knife, I would have been able to one-turn that. But, hey. Nice charisma check, by the way. Thinking as we move on. -2 reason, why not? That's Ath, right? Oh, no. Yeah, that's Ath. That's an Ath event, sorry. When allies die, random stat gets raised by 1. You know what? Funny enough. Also, before that turn, I should have assessed the enemy. So you know what? Let's actually keep a Cheetah with this. Because I forgot how much... Even if it's just 5, it would be important. Do I believe in my stamina? This allows me to save on Doom. Unless I wanted to take the middle option and gamble. But hey, again, that's... Whatever you decide to do as a player, you do you. Me, however, I will just... There goes my stamina, unless we get no more bath. Unfortunately, because we're not at 3 stamina, we can't do a thing. Even this is not guaranteed. So, I could one-shot this guy by throwing the sludge and the broken bottle, or branch. I guess I might as well, right? Probably just need to throw the sludge. Yeah, we just need to throw the sludge. We get to level up. I think we're going to go for a pack of cigarettes. So yeah, we're going to go for a pack of cigarettes. Do you have a charisma check? I don't care. I'm going to get a pack of cigarettes. So, this should last us at the end of the run, but we're on encounter lockout in downtown, so we'll just keep moving. There's 4% Doom. And now we smoke cigarettes. Hopefully Takshisan isn't too far up the lighthouse, but we'll see. And then we get some more ammunition. And see if we want to fight this guy, or just take care of the burns. We could have just noticed the face for Doom, but... Let's see, so 12... Maybe 15? Question mark? Not 15, what am I saying? 12, 17. And we need more. So we are just going to burn the school down. And away we go. So lighthouse, what do we have? Takshisan is the 4th floor. 4th floor, 11 cigarettes. And we're going into ramen. We should be fine, right? Please tell me we're fine. We do 7, we're at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we need another pack of cigarettes. Oh, boy. That's not the worst thing, but... So we're gonna do this. I think we're gonna do this. Oops, I was supposed to sell the lucky earrings. Let's do that. Then we're gonna visit the tree and then proceed to buy another pack of cigarettes. Paranoia. We'll go into here to take care of the burns while grabbing the painkillers and discharge summary. But then we want the painkillers just in case. Painkillers in case we have... Well, I can check. Never mind. We're okay. Give me a brick, please. Nope. Cool. But we still want to use probably the painkillers as well. But I would probably rather sell it. We can't sell a tiny key, right? Just making sure. So we smoke this next pack, and then we grab painkillers to sell to prevent out of funds, and away we go. And theoretically, we should be able to survive as we grab funds there, but can't assume we're going to run into that event. What we can assume is we run into this, and unfortunately, I should have carried more stuff with me, but I think we can dodge into a sever, right? Because then we 2-turn this encounter regardless. And we have a 50%, but if we're going to 2-turn anyway, we might as well dodge sever, which we did not do, so... Dodge is still an action that I really hate. But hey. Grab one fun, move on. We can carry the smelly meat with us now, but we're running out of items to throw. And we may not have even need... Well, for Tachi-san, the extra level is nice. So, hey. As we lose more reason. I just looked at the lighthouse earlier, too, and I forgot. But we're going to... No, we're going to trade stamina. And move on. Yeah, we should maybe be fine. Call the police, 7 charisma. Good. Let's monument here. Ask for funds? No. Cool. Ask for funds, please? Nope. But we'll lower Doom as much as possible before we enter... Before we end this mystery and enter the lighthouse. Unfortunately, though... No, this is better. And then we give the smelly meat and move on. So we get to level up, but I'm going to wait before we decide on what to do. Because since we can only take 5 reason now, then we should be okay. So light, we take 3 stamina damage. We do not have the 6th floor. 6 stamina damage as well. We can Desperate Action Tachi-san, thankfully, but we need to level up into stamina. And we get Improvise, so yeah, Tachi-san is going to not like what's about to happen. He's seen so many people come up this lighthouse, but has he seen yet this character doing the Improvise strat, basically? As we also get to Desperate Struggle and throw the Monkey Wrench along with it. Hello. Goodbye. We don't even need to throw the Monkey Wrench, but hey, it makes us feel better. So eat it all in the face, Tachi-san. I don't even need to Death Prep Strong, I could Death Prep kick you, but hey. And we finish this Ath run. So again, not the worst thing in the world. The character, I did just force Monkey Wrench, but still, we just forced... Also, a lot of that was due to Dullner. So while we didn't get to really use anything that's supposed to be to that character's advantage, well, we'll definitely need to pay more attention. Smooth Talker, Petty Thief. So we had Fame and something else. I forgot. But anywho, maybe we'll see it this run because I didn't get to see it. So away we go. So Zectast, Fatalist, character exclusive, custom character. Light, Strength, 2nd, Knowledge, Charisma, 2nd, but all we really take is 6 Reason, possibly, and definitely 6 Stamina damage. And we need to increase Strength and or Perception ASAP, which means we cannot even stop for a weapon, because otherwise we risk dying immediately. Definitely not a run I want to do the Monkey Wrench on. Now, is the person that I'm looking at right? Because I feel like... Yeah, I guess I should really look, but... That's Ward, right? This is Arms? It is. So, we have funds to start off with. That is a big advantage, but whether or not we get something great... Up to debate. I should have actually enabled anything else. But we're here now, so... Let's see, we had Flood, it seemed like, and Ward. So we do have a number of downtown investigations. What's our other max threat level? Why do I not check this stuff? Hospital. Never mind, we're setting things to the hospital. And now we hope. We hope we level up enough or run to Zectast events. And when I run to Zectast events, I need them to be either knowledge, strength, or perception. So away we go. I'm just going to grab a pack of cigarettes. No brick, unfortunately, so that's just really unlucky, but them is literally the breaks. So we're hoping... We do have Flood, I think, so we can keep Doom to a minimum somewhat, but for Zectast specifically, again, starting with... It's not what I needed, but we'll take it. Yeah, starting with Zectast for this character, at least we get to... Or starting with funds at least allows us to get a weapon without spending in a buttload of Doom. Now, however, I don't want to prepare, but we have to for the sake of not increasing our Doom too much. So, as I just said, We'll take the stamina damage here. We do have timeline B, right? So I may have to smoke these cigarettes immediately. I think that allows us to break a threshold here. So, never mind, we're on timeline A. I keep forgetting. I thought Junji Ito was timeline B. I switched it around again. Or was it? I'm going crazy. I'm going absolutely crazy. We have roads closed, by the way, so that's not going to be good. I'm going to take experience to try and level up as soon as possible. I didn't fill the bottle, but here we are. If we're this healthy... Ooh. Ooh. Do I take Flood now? Or do I take Ward now? Let me think. It doesn't matter, actually. Nah, this doesn't matter. So let's do Ward now. It looks like I have sailors over on the right, unless the 5th and the 4th mystery are really obscured. However, this is a luck check here, so we can lower Doom for 2 stamina, which is more than efficient. We'll ask to lose reason but gain experience, and away I go. Here is where I would absolutely love to run into the Dullners, but we can't always run into the Dullners, so away we go. Carpenter Hammer recovers some stamina for us, but I'm worried about my reason. Tapeworm Salaryman, I think we have a bad time as well, and unfortunately, for better or worse, Nicotine Rush allows us to prep attack, but for how long? We'll have to see. Can I brace? No, I cannot. I can do this. 90%. And then we prep attack. So I do want to take Flood next. I don't think I have enough. That's gonna be nice, but I still don't think I have enough of something. There's something I wanted, but anywho. Well, that will be nice. Unfortunately, we need strength and or perception. I'm gonna build strength for now. That means that Tast needs to either... Well, either one will work. If it's strength, I can put things into perception, and I think I would have more strength after that. But if it gives me perception, then I definitely need to build into strength. And we still need to get the knowledge perk, so here's hoping. Otherwise, I'll need to update the thumbnail, because I might be able to get 2 runs with the next character, although I wouldn't be giving them a good time, so take stamina damage here, funny enough. And I think I have to run. I do have the handcuffs, but what does that really get me? 50%? 60%? Have to go for it. No. I mean, I'll do another task run if need be, so let's go for it. Nope. Moving on. One more Zectast run, right? And then I'll probably just sit around for the end of the stream. But first, yeah, we'll do another Zectast run. Hello. 7th Curse. So we have super funds. We still don't have time, though. So Dexterity, Strength, Charisma, every single stat check. Takshisan, and maybe a light check. But let's find out. So do I want to enable Dog Shop instead? If I do that, I really like the cigarettes though. Let's find out, shall we? I think I'm gonna do Illegal Den instead. Costs less Doom to enter. Grow Teeth is not great, but you know what? We'll cast it once here because we're gonna heal stamina anyway. Yeah, we won't be topped off, but we shouldn't need it. Look twice for the rumor, and then move away. So what do we have this time? Nails, Botanist, Hell, Ramen, and Arms. Oof. Let's take botanist first. And then set the police station to the forest. What else is max threat level? High threat level seaside, max threat level mansion. Well, enter the legal den. Give me anything, really. Because perception or strength, we have 2, so... This is kind of a best attempt at monkey wrench. Unfortunately, if I don't build strength, or if I don't build either strength or perception, I'm going to have a bad time. But that's what we're entering the police station for. We don't have a damage increase either, so I don't want to equip the brick, funny enough. And away we go. Yeah, I think this is going to be the best. Oh no! 2 strength! Rolls a 10. As we move on, well, yeah. Just get lucky and Zectast. Just get lucky and Zectast. The brick, funny enough, might be better here. 27, yeah, I can prep attack, prep strong, maybe. I'm thinking. Seven. I think the brick is okay for now, but if I need to desperate action, I need to equip the army knife. But that'll depend, right? Well, there's 3 perceptions, so never mind. Army knife shoots back up the list. But we're not out of the woods, so we need strength as well. And we've already ran to the sweater event, so no point looking for the rumor. But at least we got it out of the way. Hey, you know what? These funds would be nice. I need as many cigarettes as possible. Thank you. And into Dream Salesman we go. 97% chance to, oops, as I accidentally do the wrong thing, to 2-shot this guy. I could throw the brick, but missing 97% once out of 4 times does not look likely. As we roll an 11 on knowledge, but we'd hit it, so hey. Another knowledge check, but sadness. And yeah, not much else to say. I just have to increase strength. Unless something happens, then I can react. But until that time, I might want to throw the brick here. Because if I do this, that's not great. I guess I might as well. Well, at this point, I should have actually done this. I forgot that my reason was so low, but at least I can confirm that my RNG is still as bad as it ever was. Because I literally only needed to hit one of those, but hey, could have just desperate actioned as well. And our stats are all about to decrease by 1, but hopefully I get to level up soon. That's all I hope for. 6 charisma. Yeah, so what does this character want to do? 6 charisma is the bare minimum for ally attack, but obviously in Zectast, that's not really viable. Well, with my ally attack strats. 8 dexterity, but I really don't want to enable dog shop and look for the steak knife. Hell, ramen, nails, arms. So we're gonna do nails into arms and then do household hell. And I said I was gonna grab another pack of cigarettes, right? We did get another brick there. We'll keep the tiny key in case we can grab the goblet, because that will allow us to heal a bunch if we get otherworldly events like, haha, take my funds, you fools. But we're gonna out of funds probably into stamina once more. Or do this. And then away we go. In Household Hell, we probably will keep the goblet. I could do Household Hell third and hope that arms doesn't destroy me. That might be fine, but we'll see. We're definitely going to handcuff the Kabuki Killer here. I'm just worried about either doing Hell first and oofing myself in arms, or taking arms first, but needing the goblet, if we were to have run into the Upper Kingdom. But we'll see, right? We can definitely immediately do a thing. Luck, please. Nope. Rolled a 9, unfortunately. I think here we should have a... No, we might not. But nonetheless, I'm still going to smoke cigarettes here. Because I'm pretty sure I'll need the extra buff. Now, we can't immediately desperate action, but we might not need to. Never mind. I think I'm just going to throw a Hail Mary. Do I want to just throw a Hail Mary? 55%. Let's just do it. So if I hit both of these, I get to handcuff, which unfortunately I didn't get to do. So now I just desperate action myself out of the encounter and save the handcuffs, right? Yeah. So we increase strength, move on with life. Looting, sure. Because we need to avoid out of funds, funny enough. So if we run into an encounter immediately as we get price hike, we can at least stave off out of funds. No, we have downtown still. With ramen, we definitely still... So maybe we do hell last. And hope for no... Hope we don't get... Oh, nice 12 roll, by the way. Hope we don't get roads closed. Because that will be a heck of a doom increase. Did I have knowledge increase in level up, by the way of perks? I guess we'll find out later. 4 perception with Nicotine Rush allows us to perfectly prep attack. You know what? So be it. We are also... Junji Ito is timeline 8. Why am I going crazy? By the way, we can't take this unless we have... Yeah, we can. Now, was that the best thing we could do? Probably not. But, hey. Let's grab some stamina. So we are on a thing. We have Escape Artist and Smooth Talker. So let's just grab more funds. And I'm actually going to do this. That's not great. That's Doom, right? Ooh. Well, I guess we're just going to do it again then. Well, if RNG hasn't reared its fugly head. Fiercely ugly is the way I'm going to say it, but that wasn't great to see. Not that I had much of a choice. I did have a choice. I could have chose not to do what I did, but it's far too late now, so I don't want to run away from this. I may not have a choice. Yeah, I don't really have a choice. So, what I do have the choice in doing is to gamble on this. Practically 80% or 90%. So we'll go for it. If I miss 90%, that's the way I die. I could have waited for looting, certainly, but I didn't want to. And let's see. We had no boss here, right? No, what? Okay, I saw Junji Ito and both fought and did not fight the boss. So at this point, I'm not that I'm saying I'm being lied to. I'm just saying that I'm not sure anymore. Or did I go crazy and forget something? Anywho. Unfortunately, because I lost that extra point, I can no longer attack. Funny enough. So we roll the dice and see. Right? Am I going crazy here? Did I not just run into Junji Ito Sensei twice and get Timeline A and Timeline B arms? Or is there something else at work that I forgot about? And nonetheless, I'm going to throw this brick and then do this kick and hope I hit 90%. I'm going to miss one of these, but not today, it seems. Then we're going to prep strong for 15 damage. Get one fund and move on with life. I might actually want to pick up an empty bottle, but we'll see. That's not great. But we have until 84%, and we can definitely finish the run in under 84% Doom. The question is, will I? Household, so you don't know how much that extra, the character starting with funds, I think, is doing for me. That saves us a lot of Doom. But we do have Branded and Survivor's Guilt, so we're not out of the woods. Thank you, Zictas. Didn't need it. But maybe I should have taken leadership, right? just out of foresight and being able to get my charisma to 8, but, you know, just forget about it. Here's Miku, by the way. Funny enough, we lose more stamina and reason here because I can't do the thing. So we're going to be able to handcuff regard. Again, I don't want to spend any doom here. Even though it probably would have been better for me to run away, because if I'm just going to rest, so be it. But we don't have offended. I have to rest regardless. I have to rest. I have to rest. So I think I peaked my audio there, but let's see what we can do. Get lost is what I can do. And we're hoping for a lot. We have 7 funds, might as well use it. I probably should have used the monument. But we'll see. Crimson Noon is also not going to help us, but gonna have to go through. Into Household Hell we go. Before we get into the mansion investigations, we want to swap at the police station. Otherwise, we're definitely going to die. I don't know why I rolled that, but never mind. We want to swap now. So we'll swap now. Mansion, and I think we need to monument and hope it keeps asking for funds. So keep asking for funds, and the moment you ask for anything else, we have to leave. Yeah, so literally, because there are no strength perks, funny enough, we need... Well, one, we need to pass event checks, but we also need to get the knowledge perk on level up. And get lucky in events. So, here we are. If we even get to level up, which is not really the biggest ask, but ask. But boy, would I love to. I think I just take a gamble here, right? No, I can't even do that much. So, out of curiosity, can I throw the goblet? I cannot. I'm just gonna take this, and I think we get out. Well, I forgot about that. So yeah, you do. I know that this guy drops the cure statuette. I forgot that that could happen. But we died of reason anyway because eyes in the dark, right? So, is there anything we can do? No. Just die. But, without further ado, I think there is something small I could do. If nothing else, if anyone is listening to this, which character do you want me to do one more time? I think we have time enough for one more run, but I don't want to skimp on a newer character. So we have character 1, character 2, and character 3. You can say their names, but if anyone has any requests, I'll wait here for a minute. Like literally any requests, like specific gods and backstories as well. Especially for anyone who's made these characters who wants to say. Otherwise, I will probably just randomize something and move on with my life. In fact, I think I can actually turn on something and see. So we'll prepare something because I don't want to just end the stream this early. So let's see. I think this, right? Otherwise, yeah. And if anything else, I'll just have fun because I could try to randomize a god, but obviously we don't really have that option in the god menu. So I'll just prepare something and hopefully it appears. If not, well, we'll find out. I don't even know. I think the sound does appear. Hopefully it's not too loud, but we'll see. Oops, not that. And yeah, let's see what happens. So, yeah, so we'll definitely do that character. And I think it, funny enough, might have been, well, depends. Because with funds, yes, Zectast is a bit more feasible. Definitely not this, unless you're not doing Zectast. Because with my RNG, I'll probably get Frostbite or something. But, anywho, let's find out for sure. So something should appear on screen, maybe, if I do a thing. Hold on, not yet. So let us do a thing. And let me turn this on. But just being sure, I mean, I'm just gonna do it now. So let's see if it appears. It does not. Oh, I don't have it turned on. Okay, now it does. Anywho, I don't want the sound. So you know what? I could turn the sound off. Or lower the volume. But to randomize a god, I think we're going to do that. It shouldn't take me too long. Also looking for a thing, but it's not appearing, so be it. So, I'm actually just going to put numbers in, because numbers in. Although we'll skip Ziktast and Ath, so really we're rolling on 9 gods, right? I'm just going to make sure. I'll reset in a moment, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so we're rolling on 9 gods, so I only need 7 slots for the wheel. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go from left to right. That's how I'm doing it. So I'm not taking too much of your time. And away we go. So, oh, I don't want to clear that much though. I can do this. Yeah, I can do this. So we should be fine. Why did I do that? And we should be okay to do the thing. Are we? Question mark? Let's find out, because otherwise I'm just going to be going out of my mind. But hey. And then I have to save it, and then we do the thing. Otherwise, I should just set the text color to something completely different. Yes, as you notice, I didn't really prepare, but it should be fine. So we'll save that, and whatever appears should appear. So I'm going to tell you what I see. If you can't see it, never mind. I can't see anything. Gosh dang it. I think that said 4, so I'm just going to say 4. If not, so be it. And we'll move on. The text is really small there. That's why. I forgot to set the text size, but I think it said 4. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm going in now, and you have about 30 seconds to correct me before we just jump in. I could also randomize item stats, but for funsies, let's not keep it that way. So yeah, it's 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going in as our last run to Katak, Eldritch Parasite, character exclusive, custom character once more, and out of request. Hey, interest-wise, I mean, I guess I'd have to agree. Although I do like the first character for the stat spread, even though it results in more gameplay pain. But anyway, second encounter, dexterity, knowledge, second mystery, strength, and charisma, and all we'll really do, aside from anything I note of worth that is to comment about for the character specifically, we're just going to comment on the game, because not really much else to look for. In Eldritch Parasite, this is literally the strat I go for. I could go for a you know what? Let's go for a normalized strat and see. We're on Katak, so we're fighting everything anyway. So, but what I mean by that is we're going to pick up a weapon from the hardware store, dependent as well on our mysteries, botanist, sailors, vigil, painting, and bulletin. So we'll do bulletin first. Prepare, grab some stuff. I could live with the wooden bat, but it wouldn't be the best option, so we're going to grab 5 funds, go into the hardware shop, hopefully find something, otherwise heavy-duty flashlight will have to do. I guess we're going Knowledge Cat. Other max threat level location is the hospital, but for the interest in the interest of surviving stamina and reason-wise, we'll set the police patrols to downtown, so we don't get penalties there. Now that being said, we do lose the wooden bat here, but that's an okay amount to trade for, because we're losing 2 or 3 stamina or reason regardless. Well, there's the first Katak bite. Let's see if we get any more. Immediately infected wound. We'll keep moving on. And if nothing else, so many ways. Yeah, just a lower character, in my opinion, not meant to be played. So many ways to lose just in the first mystery you take. Yeah, so I wouldn't argue that. At the same time, the chance of you getting any curse in it, well, it's not low. I want to say like what, 20%-ish, a little bit higher. I wouldn't go any lower, because knowing my RNG, it's a bit higher. But for most players, maybe not so much. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see, right? If more people ever play that character, we'll see what that results in. Also, since we're on Eldritch Parasite, we don't want to run into the thing. The boss here. Yeah, but this character having 7 dexterity, 7 perception doesn't lend itself to a lot of, in my opinion, great sublocation weapon combinations. Because otherwise, yeah, you'd have to go for the steak knife. Is there any other dexterity weapon we can buy? I feel like no, right? And then perception weapon would be army knife, but I didn't enable. 1, I didn't enable legal then, and 2, as I entered the portal here. What do I actually want to take? Because though, yes, I forgot to really pay attention to the lighthouse. We're just going to take stamina for now. I'll check the lighthouse again, but if it's too bad, I will not do a thing. I will not take more stamina damage. But basic to what's being shown, well, to what was said in chat, yeah, it's hard because saying anything about World of Horror, it depends on how your RNG leans, right? If the RNG leans towards, for some reason, you running to more enemies that have a low power value, it can result in, hey, steak knife, police revolver, carpenter knife are better weapons. But if your RNG is bad or more less risky strats are working out for you, as long as your RNG is not too terrible, it turns out better for you. Ish. Again, there's so much RNG involved. Anywho, yeah, we're doing knowledge, right? So let's go full knowledge, and if you run into ghosts, we will be able to two-turn a lot more ghosts than we normally would otherwise. That being said, what 6 knowledge here does allow us to do is guarantee us strong. Now, does it allow us to two-turn this encounter? Let's find out. Not really. That's really actually unfortunate. I think we can throw this, right? We can. That doesn't change the fact we need to roll on 70% twice, but this is knowledge build. So, 50-50, which is not to my liking. That's why, again, I think more than a few Harbinger players don't mind building into knowledge. I don't, for that specific reason, where you have to take risks that are... You have to hit 270% in a row, and it's not really great. I will say, again, as I just mentioned, building into knowledge for certain characters, but on average, does help with ghosts, because certain ghosts do get two-turned with 8 and above knowledge and an okay weapon. But, anywho. Yeah, and obviously for lower powered enemies, just like with fast weapons, you can get more potential damage if nothing else. Still though, I think with 4 reason we'd be able to do this, right? No, 67 into... No, we wouldn't. Would we? 133... Well, we'd barely able to. Funny enough, Pantstas happened to make that small adjustment where you can still brace and attack with this specific setup if you had 4 strength, but we can't, so... Don't think there's really anything else. Well, we two-turn guaranteed with this, but we're eating a lot of stamina damage. I wouldn't like to escape, though, so here we are. And away we go. We're on forced lockout, but that's not the best thing. 1 charisma here. For now, we'll equip it. If we need to use it, we'll use it. Unfortunately, even with all that knowledge, that fair knowledge check, question mark, didn't roll in our favor. And we'll eat more Doom. Why are we taking so much Doom, by the way? Is there a reason? Doesn't feel... Oh, also this character has second sight, so... You know what? Building knowledge into this character might actually be my go-to. Although, if you like using Dexterity or Army Knife, I would probably do Army Knife as well. Again, it depends. If I think I'm going to run into Ward for any reason, I do that as well. I think we just got super oofed with that roads closed there, but we'll play through and see how far we can get. Yeah, so painting, roads closed all the way, vigil roads closed all the way. Sailors is the one thing that we do have some roads closed anyway, but I think Seaside isn't included in that, right? Thankfully. So, yeah, our Doom's going to shoot up through the roof, basically, is all we're trying to say here. The one saving grace, maybe, is that we enter Painting and or Vigil and get some Doom decrease in those 2 events. That can decrease Doom. Otherwise, we just eat everything in the face. Literally. So, we'll take the guaranteed reason hit there, actually. I forgot to check the lighthouse. But if you want a broader scale of what this run entails, basically it's not... In the Eldritch Parasite, you can run normalized strats. And to repeat myself, normalized strats are to enable the hardware store and grab a weapon from there, or the illegal den, or the dog shop. Really, basically getting a weapon through prepare funds in the start of your Harbinger run is what I consider more normalized strats. Can I even do this? I can't. I'm barely not able to do that. And even if I could... this head is a high power enemy, so we go for this. Now, unfortunately, this encounter is balanced by the fact that you're supposed to be able to, or you theoretically want, and yes, I got fuel or chainsaw here, but we'll see. We'll see. Because sailors would be the last time we can do things. We built into knowledge and fail, but hey. I could have taken the dexterity check, granted, but moving on. But yeah, the black hair using with the sewing, you're supposed to use it with the sewing kit. Can't do that. Empty bottle, at least you can save for other things, but we're not going to fight this boss because we are not prepared for it. Spell, please. Nope. Back into the house we go, and out of this encounter, or out of this mystery. However, our doom is at 73%, and we have vigil left on top of some sailors, so yeah. This isn't going to be great, I promise you that much. And even if I wanted to go for fuel, we're worried about our doom right now, so I don't think trying to go for a chainsaw play is very smart here. As we immediately run into the man-eating plant. Funny enough, yes, our stamina is doing quite well. And with 7 knowledge, we can get 3 attacks with the heavy-duty flashlight, but wow, we still can't even get there. Well, yeah, it's a low-power enemy, so I can do this, but hey. That's why I'm more forgiving with heavy-duty flashlight, if not just for the reason that it's a light source in itself. Because it does lend itself to plays like that, where even if an enemy... Later on, the heavy-duty flashlight scales better, because your level will increase, so thankfully, I think it's actually okay. This is okay accuracy. If a little better than average, but when you level up, it's a lot more forgivable, and it does 4 damage, whereas faster weapons, for some reason, they're still not as accurate sometimes. I guess theoretically, because you're supposed to be able to prep attack, there's the second thing. And unfortunately, you can't stack these into the school nurse, but the point stands that I like to get rid of bites with the school nurse sometimes. Here, yeah, I don't really mind as much, but anywho. Also, this Eldritch Amulet is pretty much worthless, except to sell. But that's the character specifically, and it doesn't really affect too much because when you equip it, sometimes you want to equip other items over it. So basically half the time, if you're playing efficiently, you won't need to wear it, but the times you will need to wear it, it becomes efficient. So it's a 50-50 good alternative option. Even over the Crestfallen Mask sometimes. I think it's a slot C item, right? Anywho. We'll equip the Stalker's Mask and move on. We don't want to increase Doom anymore, so we will take the Reason hit. And yeah, 15 stamina, 18 Reason here is just fine. However, my Doom is shooting through the roof. And we ran into Rumu Ghost, so we're not even prepared for it, so we do have to run. No, wait, we're in Kathak. We can't run. We're on Eldritch Parasite, so we can take the damage. What's unfortunate is that we won't be able to do much more than that. We do get to 3-turn this encounter with the help of this. But that's still a lot of damage to be taking. So, yeah. Easy encounter, by the way. So we'll sacrifice both these guests and move on. I don't think there's any reason for me to fight the old man there. And theoretically speaking, we can get out of this run still, but it's not looking likely. Black-haired chainsaw, I think... As we go into sailors. You know what? I might have... Alternatively, if I wanted to change things around... Well, we're on timeline A, but I didn't know that. If we were on timeline B, I could have grabbed the torch for pretty much the same thing, but no doom cost, as I proceed to get double infected wound. But hey, stars are right. You know what? We're not planning to run anymore. And finally, we get another point in knowledge. So 8 knowledge is where I want to be at. 7 knowledge is bare minimum due to 3 attacks. But for a lot of other reasons. And again, if we had 4 strength or 5 strength, we'd be able to brace attack boost attack. But hey, I think we die here. We get close. Also, did I never... No, I didn't. I didn't need to put police stations here. I'm thinking of another run, basically. But as we approach the end of this run, and probably that is the end, unless I monument into funds. Yeah. I should actually have used the monument again. A bit too late now. Nah, we'll see. If it asks for reason, we're fine. If it asks for that, we can use the nice ring. Naisu Daisu. And hopefully we don't run out of funds. But without further ado, I won't try to take up much more of your time in the... That's Doom, really? Anywho. Much more time in the stream, so without further ado, if you want to support my channel long term, please subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I'll be doing things later on, so while I have memberships open, save your money. But otherwise, let's get to the top of this lighthouse and I'll do anything. If you have anything to ask me now. Otherwise, yeah, it won't be long before the end of the stream. So, second encounter, dexterity. I have to pass every check, basically. I don't remember my second encounter. Remember my second encounter. I think I still die, though, because I don't have the strength nor the dexterity here. So, yeah, if I had... Well, even if I had treated one of these, I would have died to Doom. But that doesn't change the fact that I died because I got bitten by Kathak twice. Which apparently is a very rare occurrence. Here, though, on this channel, we've been bit by Kathak 2 or 3 times per run. So I don't know what world those people are living in. They're living in a better RNG world, that I know. But that being said, I could have survived this run. But it's a bit too late to talk about that now. So we'll take everything out that we can and move on with life. So, I don't remember this at all. Any help just to find out? Anyone remember the second encounter? If not, I'll make my decision in about 20 seconds. But yeah, I think the next stream I'll definitely be getting to the characters that some people have been waiting for. I would guess... I don't even remember my first miss. I know I had a lot of... I took Bulletin. So because I took Bulletin, it's harder for me to remember. I'm not looking at chat yet. Let me just guess. I'm going to say it was the... Ribcage Woman? Or is it Shiro's? No, Ribcage Woman, actually. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure it wasn't the animated head. But let's see here. I'm just going to say Ribcage Woman. It was, actually. 33% guess. However, we still died of stamina here, because we still died of stamina. That could have been tweaked, obviously, if I had checked the early... Funny enough, an energy drink would have saved me here. But I did Bulletin into Botanist, I believe. Actually, do we survive here? Do we survive here? Oh, wait. Do we survive here? 8 knowledge, 8 dexterity. No! Because the dexterity check was earlier! Yeah. Well, nonetheless, I won't take up much more of your time. So, yeah, that'll probably be the end of the stream here. So let me just thank you to everyone who watched. And yeah, not really much else to say. This has been a stream. A heck of a stream, and yeah, 3 to characters are usually the average amount to get a good amount of runs in. Unless I go for longer, obviously. If I go for like another hour, I can probably fit in another character. But because I'm doing stuff, I'm very excited in the things I'm doing. Now, will I get to them, and will they be worth of your quality for, your time, or otherwise? We'll see. But without further ado, that'll be it. If you know where to contact me, if you want to contact me, Discord probably is actually better than my business email. But if you want to email me through email, you can reach me through Discord and then say, hey, I want to talk to you through emails. That's fine too, although Discord is kind of the layman's at this point. But otherwise, that'll be all for this stream. Thank you to everyone who's watching either now or in the future, and that'll be it. See you later. Thank you for watching. Bye!